Hi guys, my name is Ashley Carr, and this is my first YouTube video. Yay me! And I am going to be having a vlog about my personal opinions on spiritual matters, spiritual experiences, possibly just any experience really that us humans encounter here on this earth. And I feel pulled to do a YouTube video because I feel like it is my purpose to inspire millions of people. My life has been changed by people that who, like myself, out on a spiritual limb and decided to live by faith and did what they felt they were pulled to be doing. So therefore, I decided that there is no better time than the eternal now, which is right now. So, I would like my channel to be basically just encouraging and inspirational advice. And we all know that with advice, everyone perceives things very differently because every human on this earth is truly perceiving and understanding and absorbing the things that they think pertains most to them throughout their own experience. And therefore, I know that it will reach every one of you differently, and every one of you will take what you need and leave what you don't, because that is exactly what we do in this life. Doing so with an open mind is a lot more difficult. Actually, I mean, that's not true. Actually, I think, for me personally, that it's easier because it makes me very fluid. It makes me very versatile. However, it was difficult to open my mind. It was hard for me to open my mind because my entire life I had been told what to believe. And then once things in my life began to fall apart, and I began to fall apart as a person, began to realize that everything that I was told to believe was wrong, and that what I was sitting here to do was to learn how to believe. Not to learn what to believe, but how to believe. And that to me was, it was truly profound. It was the most intense answer that I have received from the universe thus far. Maybe it's because it was so shocking and it was an awakening. And spiritual awakenings are, in my personal experience, difficult because you begin to understand, see, and because when our minds go through things, our minds also experience it. So we experience it on a cellular level when we envision it. So therefore, I began to go through things that were very traumatic and very hard for me. And I thought I was going to lose my mind. And I did. Thank God I did. Thank God I did. Because as I was losing my mind, it began to open my mind, which is so fabulous. The gift of desperation is truly magical. So as I went through my spiritual awakenings and things became difficult, then I transitioned into my spiritual experiences. And my spiritual experiences were beautiful and magical and truly and deeply just incredible. I mean, they began to morph the person that I was into the person that I was meant to be, effortlessly, because that was what I learned. Is I was so open-minded that I was able to accept things more freely than I had before. And I'm still quite unaccepting of a lot of things because I am still growing and I'm still remaining on a level of teachable that helps me level up to the next level rather than hinders me, which is what I was very blind to. So when I transitioned to these spiritual experiences and I started to experience synchronicity and I started to experience, a level of care to get my health right, a level of concern about my health that I had never experienced before, because it just wasn't part of the mortal world that I was in before my awakening. And so I began to really get messages from the universe, and it began to speak directly to me, which has been a profound experience as well. Truly remarkable. And I have stepped, so to speak, into the realm of the spiritual, which is truly indescribable. I truly don't think I have any words or contrast for the experience that I have been given multiple times, and the cool thing about spiritual experiences are that sometimes we don't even know that we're experiencing them until we can look back and see at the picture bigger than we could when we were sitting in that eternal now. Beautiful. So, throughout my experiences, I have had several, and throughout all of them, I have experienced that during that time, if I just really listen, I just really pay attention, and I just really cancel out any possibility of coincidence and cancel out any possible doubt of what I'm perceiving, what I'm feeling, what my gut is telling me, what I intuitively know, then magical things started to happen in my life. Magical things. And things that were once completely out of reach, and things happen that have no reason or have no worldly logic behind them. They're truly spiritual matters. And by doing so, I'm creating my own reality, and I'm creating my own experience, and I'm attracting more and more of the experience by paying more attention to it, and by listening to it, and by trusting it. And that's a beautiful thing. And I didn't learn the first few times, because in the beginning, trusting to me meant having faith and speaking things rather than truly believing them on a spiritual level and a cellular level and a mindset. So, therefore, in the beginning, I just had this level of faith that I just knew it was going to work out no matter what. That I'd be okay, even if I wasn't okay, because I'm just going to have to be okay. But there are times where I live in the moment of trusting the universe where I don't even have to think about it being okay. I just know that it's going to be okay. I don't even think about it. I don't obsess over it. I don't give it any power whatsoever. So therefore, by doing so, I am creating more of my awareness on the experience itself, on the communication with the universe, the direct dialogue that I'm experiencing, and on the complete and 100% trust that the universe is taking care of me, which in turn allows me to have a level of teachable that I am helping me. And that's just kind of how it works. It becomes a natural reaction. It becomes, intuitive thought becomes something that you can truly rely upon, and that you can trust. Not just have faith in, but that you can trust. And that is a beautiful thing. So, although life is not always peaches and cream, or is it? Or is it really? And we just don't know it yet. But I read this quote yesterday morning, and it said that a pessimist finds difficulty in every opportunity, but an optimist finds opportunity in every difficulty. And that is what I'm trying to get to. That is the level of elevation that I'm trying to get to in my life. And then once I get there, I would like to exceed that as well. I would like to be able to exceed any expectation, any preconceived and false believed negative things that I've ever thought about myself. I'm going to exceed them. And I'm going to exceed them because of my understanding of spiritual matters, and that the universe is going to always conspire in my favor. And by doing so, I have this ancient knowledge that I am the universe. And that matter is matter is matter. And I just know that things are becoming great. And the dialogue is becoming more wide and vast and extensive and more clear. The clarity at times is incredible. So, I love you all. I love all living things, all human creatures, every one of them. I may not like everybody sometimes, but I do love everybody. And I think that is where we're all trying to get to, is a pure level of love, so that we can level up even farther. Continue to impress ourselves every day. So, anyways, I love all of you. This is my first video. I don't know how I did. If you guys could just let me know how I did below in the comments, or tell me what you think. Give me any opinions. Any type of criticism is tolerated, because I would like to know what you really think. I will do my next one next time on the oracles that I read in the morning, and my ideas about them pertaining to a characteristic that could be deemed a part of the whole of spirituality, so that we can break them down and further discuss them, and that would be super fun. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and let me know again how you think. If you do like it, like it. If you don't like it, come on, just like it. Seriously, it takes 3 seconds. All right, thank you.